Okay, welcome for this session, market review. And today is 3rd of December at 3:35. And also welcome everyone who's watching us live on YouTube as well. अगर आप बाद में भी अगर देख रहे हो YouTube पर तो आपका स्वागत है and hope you like the session. And today we are going to see कि जो market का correction हो गया है, right? So let us see that how the market has corrected, what you can expect in the future. क्या ये correction बहुत ज़्यादा है कि क्या है? Because so many questions are there that whether it's the right time to enter or should I exit from my stocks or what should I do, right? So there is a lot of confusion in the minds. So let us see if we can clear that confusion, then what exactly we should be doing. Okay, so let us dive into the charts right away and see that how the markets have been performing in the past. ठीक है, तो अभी फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज का जो अगर मैं निफ्टी का अगर ये देखता हूँ, if I'm going for a Nifty chart right now, okay, so Nifty is showing me over here as it is down by 204 points. Okay, तो आज का ये निफ्टी का अगर चार्ट देखते हैं तो एक जो कल एक ग्रीन कैंडल आ गई थी. Okay, so almost like there is a bearish piercing pattern on this. Okay, so as of now we do what we see is that it is still given, looks like a lower high. तो जो ट्रेंड है, the trend which has started from here, we cannot say definitely that whether the trend has reversed or not. Okay, जो लोअर टाइम फ्रेम पे जो एक अच्छी न्यूज थी, ओके, न्यू rather than न्यूज इंडिकेशन वाज दैट देयर वाज अ ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट. व्हेन वाज दैट वाज यस्टरडे, कल मॉर्निंग में अराउंड व्हाट द फर्स्ट कैंडल हैड ब्रोकन आउट ऑफ द ट्रेंड लाइन ऑन द आर्ली टाइम फ्रेम. कभी भी जब ट्रेंड चेंज होता है लोअर टाइम फ्रेम से हायर टाइम फ्रेम्स पे होता है, राइट? सो जैसे पहले आर्ली टाइम फ्रेम पे ब्रेकआउट होगा, then that breakout will be seen on daily time frame, and weekly if you see weekly शायद अगर trend already ऊपर है then there's no reason to I mean there's no need to go there as of now. ठीक है, so what we see here is if the trend was यहाँ पर trend line अगर breakout हो गया तो on early time frame, and if the trend is, if the price is still above that trend line, okay, so that is as of now good. और यही आपका एक stop loss होता था if you had someone who had entered here yesterday. ठीक है, तो now today the price has come somewhere around the same level. The first candle which had come here today was an inverted hammer. The second candle closing below this itself was like a bearish indication. और अगर in the beginning of the day itself we had seen here there was a trend line breakdown on a smaller time frame. Early पे जो छोटा time frame था, so one could have gone short over here, okay, with this only as your stop loss. आज का 15 मिनट का जो पहला जो stop ये था, that would have been a short over here if the price had closed below this on the first 15 minutes and 1 hour. ठीक है, तो if you see from there onwards the market has fallen. Okay, so we are on an early time frame 1 2 3 4 5 6. By the time we finish here at 3:30 the market has closed at 17,196, almost 205 points down. ठीक है, तो अगर ये 205 पॉइंट्स नीचे है और द ट्रेंड लाइन के ऊपर अभी भी है, सो वी कैन नॉट से दैट एवरीथिंग इज बैड एज ऑफ नाउ. सो करेक्शन ऑफ 200 पॉइंट्स वाज नॉट गुड. देयर कुड बी डिफरेंट रीजंस कि आज एक तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देयर इज फ्राइडे, एंड फ्राइडे बीइंग द लास्ट डे ऑफ द ट्रेडिंग डे फॉर द वीक. One possibility could be that whatever profits or losses have to be booked, because of that there could be a selling pressure. ठीक है, एक रीजन वो हो सकता है. सेकंड, द थिंग्स व्हिच आर गोइंग ऑन फॉर रिलेटेड टू दैट ओमिक्रॉन वायरस, वो एक रीजन हो सकता है. एंड ओवरऑल आल्सो इफ यू सी दिसंबर इज लाइक अ लल सीजन. तो because of that plus that FII activity, overall the things are not great. जो bullish जैसे activity बोलते हैं, the trend is not bullish as of now. But whether it is too bearish or whether it is just a correction or has the trend changed, that is what we are going to see today. Because अगर trend change हो गया है then that would be little worry. Okay, अब correction है तब तक ठीक है. अगर trend change हो रहा है then that would be something which most of us would not be liking it, especially those of you who are long-term investors. Okay, because the wealth would have, your valuations would have decreased, and the प्रॉफिट्स जो पहले देखे तो शायद प्रॉफिट्स कम हो गए, या इन सम केसेस इट माइट बी आल्सो इन लॉसेस। ठीक है, तो व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू सी हियर इज हाउ मच इज द फॉल ओवर हियर। ओके, ये जो फॉल हुआ है वो कितने परसेंट का है। सो आई एम गोइंग टू चेक द फॉल फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, एंड मोर देन दैट लेट अस स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग, पहले से कि कितना नॉर्मल फॉल हुआ है इन द पास्ट आल्सो। So I'm going to the price which is starting from the base of March 2020. So March 2020 mein price was here 7,500 was the lowest point on 23rd of or 24th of March, okay, 2020. Wahan se there was an increase and then there was a correction here. Okay, so ye correction agar from this point to this point if you take it, okay, so this correction was somewhere around 11%. abhi ye 11% kaise aa gaya? I'll tell you a simple way of how to find the correction. Okay, for example, if you keep a cursor on this candle, see what is the highest point. It is 9889. The lowest point over here, what is the lowest point? 8806. So minus 8806. So that comes to 1083. So 1083 divided by the highest point over here, which is 9889 percentage karenge, so it is coming to 10.95, or basically ये 11% का correction था. Okay, and then there was some corrections here or here also. यहाँ पर भी एक correction था. Okay, so this would be little lesser than 11%. Okay, so I'm just trying to find out what are the corrections over here. Okay, let us see the corrections from here to here also. Abhi, for example, the highest point over here was 11,794. Okay, and the lowest point here is 10,790. Okay, so that is 1,004. So 1,004 divided by 11,794 percent पकड़ेंगे तो it is coming to around not 6.5, it is coming to around 8.5%. ठीक है, so ये 8.5% correction था. So in the past कितने परसेंट से correction हो रहा है? 8.5%, 10%. Okay, and that's the reason we are seeing that what has happened in the past. हम देखेंगे आगे चल के यार अभी जो correction हुआ है, whether that is more, whether that is less, or what, we'll see and we can get an idea. Because technicals में जब भी हम कोई भी स्टडी करते हैं, it is entirely based on the past study. Okay, so past data हमको क्या बोल रहा है कि past performance कैसे था, history क्या बता रहा है, what was, and simple the statement like history repeats. Okay, so when you say history repeats, it would mean okay, past में अगर 10%, 8% correction was normal, even now if it is somewhere in that range, that also should be normal. So let us see whether it is normal, acceptable or not acceptable. Okay, जैसे और एक यहाँ से आप correction आ गया, you can find out also later on how much it is. So we have seen that 8.5%, 10%, 8, 9% has been the corrections whenever the markets have fallen. Okay, यहाँ पर भी एक correction ही बोल सकते हैं इसको, अगर यहाँ पर देखेंगे 13,768 to 13,147, but not a big correction, just a fall of one day. Okay, and then over here this was also a correction, so 14,755 minus I'm taking this the low as 13,596. Okay, so that comes to 1159 divided by the highest price over here, divided by 14,753 percentage, that is coming to 7.85%. ठीक है, तो ये भी this also is acceptable, so less than basically 10%. ठीक है, तो here I'm getting it as 7.85%. ठीक है, तो ये भी 7.85% आ गया. So this wall is 7.85%. Let us see what is happening in the future, which is the current this thing correction. Okay, ये भी एक था, this was also correction, this was also not more than 10%. ये थोड़ा sharp था, this was like gradual. So if we take here from year to year, if we take 17, if I'm taking here from 15,431 minus the lowest point over here was how much? 14,151. So that gives me 1280 divided by the highest price here, which is 15,431 percentage में करूँगा तो भी 8.29% आ रहा है. Okay, so here also in the coming the percentage figure is 8.3%. Okay, so itna fall, continuous fall from here to here, sideways bolo, fall bolo. Okay, so here this is more than the sideways, sometimes sideways, but the fall from the highest to lowest was 8.3%. Percentage wise क्यों देखना है? Because it is simple way, you instead of seeing absolute figures, oh 15,500 से लेके 14,000 तक आ गया, ओके 10,000 से लेके 9,000 तक आ गया, 13,333 to 11,000 so and so. Absolute figures are not understood by the brain for simple reason that it becomes you can't understand, you cannot calculate in your brain, but once you put it in the percent, so it is percent or per 100 kya ho raha hai. So that is the best way of always any times finding out or study any data. Okay, when you got probably your percentage when you are in school and college, if you somebody asks me ha kitna marks aa gaya beta, oh I got 539 out of 700, 539 700, then you have to think acha percentage mein bolo na, okay I got so and so percent, ha good, so you got 75%, you got 80%, you got 90%, right? So same thing here, if you say that yes I got 75%, then that registers much better than absolute figure. So that's what we are trying to find here कि यहाँ पर एक फॉल हुआ था 8.3%, although this looks quite big. So percentage wise 8.3%, point wise definitely more because we have the price has gone higher. So अभी जो current correction है, okay, even if you see the current correction which is there, now let us see what is the current correction, whether it is less than that or more than that or in the acceptable range. So अभी तक highest we had seen was somewhere around 11% here, 8%, 8.3%. So I would say around 10%, 11% के आसपास भी अगर correction है, that is still okay. I would not call it as a change in the trend. It would still be a correction only. So let us see and find out what is the percentage change from here to here. Okay, so highest point over here one more time, 18,604 minus the lowest point over here is 16,782. Okay, so 1,822 points fall. Okay, as compared to the highest point, which was 18,604%, that comes to just how much? 9.8%. Okay, so now you're getting that. You're getting the idea that why I'm converting into percentage. Okay, so 9.79%, or I'll round it off to 9.8%. So ये जो fall है, this fall, which looks quite a big fall, percentage wise it is less than 10%. So around, I said around 10%, 11% would still be considered as a correction. Agar ye 15% ho jata hai, 20% ho jata hai, okay, like the thing what we had in March 2020, you want to check what was the fall here. This fall was from 12,500 to 7,500, so almost 5,000 points over 12,500. That comes to 40%. This fall was 40%. So this was that was a major, this we cannot call it as a correction. This was a fall in the market. This is a market crash. Okay, this was a crash where you're having 40% market crash. But if the market is coming down by 10%, 8%, 7.5%, okay, and in this case also 8.3%, and now abhi jo last correction apna hua hai is 9.8% as of now. Okay, abhi iske or correction continue hoga nahi hoga. Okay, as I say that you can't see the entire road till your journey. Okay, but I know that yes, if I go on the higher time frame मुझे क्या दिख रहा है कि higher time frame I still find that the trend is up. Okay, let's say you want to go from one place to another. I'm traveling from, let's say, Mumbai to Goa. I can't see the entire road till my destination. I can see what maximum 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters. अगर एक्सप्रेस वे पे हूं तो मुझे कितना किलोमीटर दिखेगा, शायद 1 किलोमीटर दिखेगा, 2 किलोमीटर से दिख सकता है, राइट? But I can't see the entire road till the end of the journey. So when the next 100 meter comes, okay, when it is covered, I'll be going and seeing what is where the road is going, whether it's going to take a U-turn, whether it's going to take a left turn, or whether it's going to take a right turn. So same thing here. We will cross the bridge when we come to it. Okay, so when the bridge comes, that time we'll see what to do. So as of now, what we see is कि ये अगर ये correction है, and if it has given me let us say something like a hammer here, and this is the lowest point here, और ये 10% तक का correction हुआ है, I will at least wait before I become bearish for the price to close below this. Okay, तो अगर इसके नीचे close होता है, then I would say that things can be bearish for more time. तो शायद ये correction और ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा, या it will be a crash. We can't say as of now, because the things which are happening across the world, Omicron, then so many other things also. Okay, like FIS selling also, that is also one of the reasons what I told you in the Indian markets. So how, where this is going to lead, only the time can tell and the charts will tell. Okay, everything else can lie, but I believe that the charts will never lie. Okay, क्योंकि जो भी दिख रहा है आपके सामने दिख रहा है, you are seeing it in not black and white, probably red and green here. ठीक है, तो आपको जो चार्ट्स दिख रहा है, चार्ट्स विल नेवर लाई. इफ द ट्रेंड इज रिवर्सिंग एंड गोइंग अप, यू विल फाइंड दैट यस द ट्रेंड इज रिवर्स्ड. ओके, जैसे आर्ली में हमको दिख रहा था कि द ट्रेंड हैड रिवर्स्ड. ओके, रिवर्स इन द सेंस देयर वाज अ ब्रेकआउट. नाउ इफ देयर इज अ ब्रेकआउट, व्हाट वुड बी योर at least a conservative thing before you can say that yes, that the trend is up. So I'm going to draw a trend line here. यहाँ से trend line draw करेंगे. अगर ये ट्रेंड लाइन क्रॉस हो जाता है, ओके, इफ दिस ट्रेंड लाइन क्रॉसेस एंड देन गोज अप, आई वुड स्टिल से यस दैट दिस ट्रेंड लाइन इज ब्रोकन एंड देयर आर पॉसिबिलिटीज दैट द बुलिश ट्रेंड हैज कॉट अप. लेकिन अभी यहां पर हो तो ये एक अगर दिस इज लाइक टुडेज थिंग, एज आई सेड टुडे इज फ्राइडे, end of the week, and towards the end of the week there comes a selling pressure also. One of the reason could be that. Let us see what happens next week. Okay, next Monday to Friday क्या होता है. Now I'm going to see on weekly time frame and see what's happening. Okay, so weekly time frame is not looking as bad as it was last week. Why? Simple reason, यहाँ पर जो fall हुआ था, the fall was what? This was the first week fall, this was the second week fall, और ये current week fall is not as fierce as what had happened in the last week. In fact, it is a green candle and it is more of a neutral candle. Okay, weekly में थोड़ा मैं इसको neutral candle ही बोलूंगा, not exactly a spinning top, but I will still consider as a neutral candle. ठीक है, तो neutral candle का अगर low के नीचे जाती है price, only then I'll be bearish. Right now, till the time it is sideways, I'll be like, okay, I may not make any new decisions, but my fresh decisions would probably start after the high of this is gone. Okay, so high of this is gone, इसका मतलब अगर next week any close above this would still tell me that yes, the trend could be, we can expect a bullish move in the next few days. Okay, but watch out for the current season. As I said, this is in we are in the month of December, where in December all corporations, including FIs and all, they've got their own targets, and most of the times in the past history you have seen that November December is like a dull season, and from January onwards agar ek acha move aana hai to then January onwards it could be like a, I mean, you can't imagine where can the markets go once they recover. Okay, so these things, I mean, Omicron, then so many things will keep on coming, but the world doesn't stop. Okay, so जैसे एक न्यूज आ गया, दूसरा न्यूज आ गया, डोंट गो बाय द स्मॉल न्यूज एंड उसके वजह से यू विल स्पॉइल योर एंटायर ट्रेड समटाइम्स. ओके, एक थोड़ा हायर टाइम फ्रेम पे देख लो कि क्या हो रहा है, स्पेशली इफ यू आर अ लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर. As a long term investor, I don't think anything is you need to do any action as of now. Your profits would have reduced. Okay, definitely your profits would have reduced from year to year, but your horizon, if it is saying more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, this should not bother you. Okay, why? Let us go and see on the monthly time frame. तो अगर मैं monthly time frame पे आता हूँ and if I go on the line chart, okay, तो line chart मुझे अभी भी क्या दिख रहा है कि on the line chart I'm still seeing that the trend is positive, trend is up. Okay, so this was correction, और अभी भी अगर मैं देखता हूँ that the price is, I'll make this little darker. Okay, so line chart में अगर ये, let me see how to make this dark. It doesn't matter. So monthly time frame, the trend is still up. Okay, and if the monthly time frame trend is up, that means my highest time frame, I don't see any issue whatsoever. Now, if I go for other indicators like RSI and stochastic and Bollinger Band and all, you can, I mean, those of you who know the advanced level indicators, you can follow that and see that the trend on the monthly time frame, okay, is still positive. It is not yet touched. It is I mean, everything is still fine on the monthly time frame. Okay, so we have seen what was on daily time frame. So daily may bearish piercing. Okay, so good and bad both, depending on hourly and daily time frame. Weekly better. Why better? Because not worse than the last week. जो last week का जो fall था, इस week में fall continue नहीं हुआ. So fall ज़्यादा नहीं होना is also a positive sign. Okay, so next week, as I said, would be price closing anywhere between this anywhere between. So watch out, these are now your battle lines. Okay, ये आपका battle lines हो गया. So your battle lines is like this. If the price next week closing between this and this one would be sideways movement for you. Okay, so if you are a trader, you can trade within this range. If you're, let's say, day trader, intraday trader, अगर आप trading करते हो तो इस range में आप खेल सकते हो. If you are a long-term investor and looking for good investments, क्योंकि काफी अच्छे stocks अभी नीचे आ गए, like SRF, then Siemens, lots and lots of stocks which have come down. Okay, I'm not discussing those. अगर time will, if you got any questions, you can put in the chat. अगर आपको कोई questions है तो chat में आप डाल सकते हो और वो हम देखेंगे towards the end of this session. So again, coming back to the summary of this, sideways movement between this next week would be a do nothing for a long-term investors. Below this, actually you can go short, those of you who know FNO. Okay, futures and options में अगर आपको इसके नीचे market जाता दिख रहा है, so you can hedge your positions in futures and options. And the futures and options, if you are hedging the positions, you can actually what you can do is you can short by either selling the futures or by selling the call or by buying the puts. Okay, these are three things which is possible: selling futures, then selling calls, and buying puts if it comes below this. Okay, so watch out for these two lines. This, as I said, the battle lines, and this will decide what you're going to do next week. Iske upar week closing above this, fantastic, very good. Bullish, week closing below this, bearish. Take your bearish action, decide what you're going to do, and always have a scenario where you have thought about what to do. Okay, what if situation. So like how I've done a what if situation right now for next week. Whenever you're taking any trade, you should be deciding one day prior. ऐसा नहीं कि market खोला देखा और then you take some impulsive decision. Okay, don't do that. You can decide where the price is going, and before the market opens only you decide that yes, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. अगर यहाँ से ऊपर जाएगा तो I'll buy, इसके नीचे जाएगा तो sell करूँगा, अगर बीच में है तो कुछ नहीं करूँगा. That analysis should be ready before the market finishes. Okay, before the market starts the next day, and ideally agar if you have documented it, nothing like it. Okay, so let us see if there is we are drawn a long-term trend line. So on the weekly time frame हमारा एक long-term trend line जो था, which has been coming since a very long time, काफी टाइम से, तो वो कहाँ पर है? Okay, so the long-term trend line is from here to here. Okay, so as of now, what we find is that the long-term trend line के भी the price is still below this. Okay, so as we see, the threat is not yet gone. तो अगर ये इसके ऊपर भी जाता है, still that would be good. And if the price moves up from here, okay, then possibly you can then later on for the next few sessions later on, you can revise the trend line from here to here. यहाँ पे revise कर सकते हो for the following weeks to come when the price goes up and it is proven कि ये lowest point था. जैसे ये lowest point था, ये lowest point था, फिर एक ये lowest point था. Okay, then this was, so all these lowest points which were proven, you can rechart your trend line. ठीक है. Sectoral अगर comparison करते हैं तो we'll see what is the sectors telling you. So today's sectors, if you see, everything was in the red except for I think media is doing well, surprisingly, like how media is doing. Only what I had seen last, if I remember, that media is something which was positive, everything else was negative. Okay, yes, Nifty media is 38 points up, everything else including pharma also is in the red. Okay, so pharma ka red mein hona shows that again that scare is not so great. Otherwise the pharma would have got a boost if really that scare was there for Omicron. So Nifty media, let us see what is happening to Nifty media and why Nifty media is going up. So if I go to Nifty media and see what is happening here. Okay, so weekly mein aisa hai, daily it is just up like that, a normal case. Okay, so next week, next day Monday ko niche bhi aa sakta hai. So this is nothing great. it is within sideways range bound only. And stocks like, let us say, Z Limited and all, let us see what they're doing. So Z is come again at it's giving a highs. Okay, nine highs there, but this would be a resistance. So watch out. Entry not here. Entry only after it crosses the resistance point. Okay, so this was the index. Then, so what indices are good? So जो analysis किया हमने Nifty के लिए, let us see the another analysis in Bank Nifty, because many people are interested in Bank Nifty also. So Bank Nifty का थोड़ा analysis करके देखते हैं कि how Bank Nifty is doing. Okay, so Bank Nifty is slightly different than what Nifty would be performing. Okay, so let me see if there is any how. So Nifty, Bank Nifty का trend line थोड़ा और conservative हो रहा है. That was little aggressive because the slope was quite steep. Bank Nifty is coming up to here, and in Bank Nifty on weekly, I still see that the trend is up. Okay, so go on the line chart. Line chart में अगर देखता हूँ तो ये जो lows थे, okay, so this lows, the price is still above this low. Okay, so ये this low I'm going to take. Don't take the lows which are intermediate lows. Don't take this and this. Okay, you have to take a major low. Why major low? Because यहाँ से price maximum movement from here to here before it fell was starting from here. So this is the most conservative low which you're going to take. Not this also. Okay, ये अगर लोगे तो यहाँ से यहाँ तो already it is come below this. But if you take this as a low, this is still a support here. So Bank Nifty, if it comes up to here also, that is fine. The trend on weekly would be up. Monthly also, if you see Bank Nifty, monthly Bank Nifty is up. Like if you see 3 months up, 1 month was down. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months up, 2 months down. तो अभी तो last 3 महीने से तो 3 months Bank Nifty was up, only 1 month it has come down. तो अगर 3 महीना कोई काम करेगा तो एक दिन, I mean, अगर 3 दिन काम करते एक दिन रेस्ट लेता है तो that is fine. Yeah. Yes, so and even if the trend is up, as I said, look at the trend. The trend is your friend, and till the time the trend is positive, you have to, I mean, you can stay in the trade. Okay, so ये Nifty का Bank Nifty का ये है. Then we'll see only on the line chart for this. Yes, line chart. Can you see on line chart on monthly is still positive. Line chart on weekly, ये low नहीं गया हुआ. Okay, daily obviously there will be some correction here, and this correction actually gives opportunities also. Okay, so the stocks which are over here, okay, so in the banking sector में अगर आप stocks देखते हो, something like HDFC Bank and all, okay, they would have corrected to a great extent. So if you see HDFC Bank, if you see ICICI Bank, something which was HDFC 1700 is now like 1500. So all these long-term stocks, okay, long-term stocks would be a good accumulation level right now. Okay, so again you can draw trend line. If I find this trend line as it is intact, आपका stop loss यहाँ पे छोटा है. Okay, so those of you who are planning, let's say for HDFC Bank, the reward to risk ratio, 3:1 reward to risk ratio is definitely fitting quite nicely in this. I'll just show you whether it is fitting the reward to risk ratio. So अगर आप यहाँ पे लेते हो, so this red portion becomes my risk and this green portion becomes my reward. Can you see 4 times reward to risk ratio? Okay, तो ऐसे 4 times reward to risk ratio है, तो that is, these are the things which you should be taking every time. जब भी कोई भी आप trade लेते हो, don't go for anything which is less than 3:1. Okay, especially long term. So अगर someone chasing the market over here, okay, someone chasing the market here, this was like an all-time high for HDFC Bank. Okay, so the mistakes commonly made are that people chase the market. Okay, chase क्यों करना है यहाँ पर? Okay, if you find that the price is going up here, people chase here, people chase even on this candle. Okay, why? क्योंकि इतना ऊपर गया. That is not the way how you're going to do this. Okay, because one of the, I had noted down 5 mistakes which people are making commonly. Okay, sometimes although you know technicals, you still tend to make those same old mistakes. How many of you agree with me? Okay, what are the five mistakes which commonly which are made? Okay, I've noted down in some videos also, and I have mentioned in the certain programs. One is what you chase the price. Okay, secondly, buy when the price is like come at a low price, and you find that yes, ये सस्ता है तो ले लेते हैं, and the price comes down below that. Okay, another would be you are chasing something which is going into the docks, right? So एकदम downtrend is still you will be buying that. Okay, and one more thing, worst situation is people do averaging when the price is coming down. Okay, so जैसे यहाँ पर खरीद लिया, थोड़ा और 1600 हो गया और खरीद लिया. Okay, यहाँ पर भी आ गया 1620 हो गया और खरीद लिया. But that is not the way how you average. You can average only when, let's say, the price has fallen. You can average only when you find that there is a reversal in the trend, and then you average. You're not averaging when the price is coming down. Okay, so that is the mistake which people do. First of all, first mistake is chasing the price. Okay, so in spite of knowing this in technicals, okay, don't avoid making the mistakes. I can understand, because when you sit in front of the screen, things change. Okay, जो सीखा हुआ है वो पूरा ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं, yes, everything is fitting in that. But then if you see later on, and when you analyze your own trades, so पता चलता है no, this was not the right time to buy. Okay, so that's the reason I give a checklist जो दिया है for all the indicators. So those indicators which you are seeing, though, you should be seeing the checklist before you take the trade. Checklist borrow, see to it that it is fitting at least in the 3:1 reward ratio, and only then you take a trade. Okay, believe me, your hit ratio will can go as high as maybe 90% also. Okay, there are students in the past who have been filling all the checklist, pura checklist fill kiya, and then they're taking trades. Those trades are like almost 90, sometimes 100% of them also have gone correct. Okay, so keep a checklist, or keep at least a few major pointers in front of you before take a trade, क्योंकि सब कुछ आपके दिमाग में नहीं रहेगा. Yes, how many of you agree with this, that everything is not going to remain in your mind? If you agree, just type agree. Okay, those who are watching live. Yeah, so yes, yeah, thank you, Natasha. Rohit, thanks. So if you are taking a trade, note down those things. I'm going to see, especially if you've done level 2, so okay, I'm going to see Bollinger Band, I'm going to see RSI, I'm going to see stochastic, I'm going to see DMI. Okay, this is going to fit into 3:1 ratio. So agar Excel sheet mein nahi bhi bhar rahe, to at least have a checklist in front of you while taking a trade. Okay, and then note it down. Noting will also create a healthy habit for you. कि ठीक है, ये मैंने एक ये बनाया, that this is my checklist which I prepared, and when I took the trade, this is what I saw. Because what happens is कि अगर हमने ट्रेड ले लिया, ठीक है, देख तो लिया, ट्रेड ले लिया. Okay, what happens, if the trade goes wrong, then you'll forget everything on what basis you have taken the trade. Yes, ऐसा होता है कि अरे यार ट्रेड लेते वक्त तो सब कुछ देखा था, लेकिन अभी क्या हुआ. So at least you will know where you are going wrong, right? So if you go wrong, it is okay, perfectly fine. I have gone wrong hundreds and thousands of times. Okay, and that is where how I have learned, and that's one of the my experiences only I am sharing here. Okay, you can also go wrong, no problem. But if you are going wrong, you should know that where you went wrong. अगर आपने गलती किया लेकिन आपको पता ही नहीं क्या गलती किया, because when you took the trade, you saw something but you did not document it. Okay, so please document it. It's going to be a very healthy habit. Okay, yes, Rohit, thanks. So this is how I would recommend कि at least आप document करो and see that what are you doing when you take the trades. Okay, so now, as I said, what we analyze, I'll just quickly summarize. Okay, will be another 10 minutes I'll be here. So quickly summarizing on what we did here, so many crisscross lines. तो इसको मैं भी हटा देता हूँ. Okay, or let this remain here. Okay, we'll see on the weekly time frame. So this was for our weekly candle, closing above, bullish, closing below, bearish, sideways, wait. Okay, then trend line which is up, trend line अगर ऊपर है तो this trend line, I mean this trend line, as of now the price is below the trend line. So when it goes above this, that time things should be better. Or as long as it even does not go below this, there could be a reversal next week. Look out for a breakout of this trend line. ये trend line का breakout के लिए wait करो. Hourly time frame there is a breakout, yes, but hourly time frame is a smaller time frame. Hourly time frame पे जब भी change होगा, that change is going to reflect on the daily, and then it's going to, obviously weekly is already up, so weekly there's not a problem at all. So पहले hourly पे होगा, फिर बाद में daily पे होगा. So always it starts from the lower time frame and then it goes to the higher time frame. Highest time frame already in uptrend, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now next week, okay, some announcement for those of you who are attending, the past students who have done level 1 program अगर किया आपने तो announcement that from Tuesday I am starting the level 2 program. Okay, so level 2 program अगर आपको attend करना है, let me know. I have put you a message also. तो अगर आपको attend करना है, if you want to repeat it again also, please let me know. If you want to, if you are done only level 1 और आपको level 2 करना है, तो भी आप मुझे message डालो and then I'll add your name in the list. Okay, and one more thing was yes. Yeah, so those are the announcements over here. And what I see over here is for the Nifty, Bank Nifty देख लिया है. एक दो sectors और we'll just see first. Okay, the sectors which are bullish, we'll see Nifty Auto, because auto was a little bullish, so Nifty Auto देखते हैं क्या हो रहा है. Nifty Auto भी काफी correct हो गया. Tata Motors, but Tata Motors is not corrected so much. Okay, Nifty Auto, weekly is like this, monthly like this. Main reason was that there was a double top here. यहाँ पर एक double top था, and last month was almost like again an inverted hammer. Okay, so inverted hammer close below that would be little bearish. Okay, so as long as it does not close below this, that is fine. काफी बार ऐसे bearish indications भी आते हैं. Look here. Okay, for example, here there was on monthly, there was a evening star. Okay, monthly evening star है, लेकिन evening star zone के नीचे close होना चाहिए. Only then you can say that the trend has set in. Okay, so bearish trend would be setting. जैसे evening star के जैसे आ गया, but following week what happened? The price came up to here but did not close below this. Next week up again. Okay, तो इसे evening stars काफी बार क्या होता है वो, they fail and then sometimes they give you a wrong impression, but these are the times again when you could have bought here. This was in which month? This was last month, which was August. Okay, so August में जो low आया था वहां से वापस it had August, September, October it had gone up. November it was down. So the trend again on monthly, how is the trend? Monthly में trend अभी भी auto sector is still up. Okay, so with the low of this candle would still be a buying signal. Okay, जैसे यहाँ पर एक, this was the lowest point. Can you see? Nifty Auto also touched here at the lowest point. And if there is a good move from here, possibly price again, there could be a good move from here to here, another positional trades, and beyond that, let's see what happens. December, as I said, be little careful because this is like a dull moment or a sideways moment ho sakta hai. So don't be very bullish in this month. Positional trades more are better. Okay, don't go for very long-term trades right now. So positional trades could be possibly from here to here. Those are fine. Okay, so any questions or anything to ask? अगर कुछ basic queries है तो भी यहाँ पर पूछ सकते हो. I'll try to handle that. If you're finding any difficulty in either executing the trades or it could be anything which you want. Okay, तो अगर आपका कोई practical difficulty भी हो सकती है sometimes. Okay, so there could be a practical difficulty sometimes if you are trading. Okay, so trading के बाद एक practical difficulty sometimes which may happen. I'm just explaining you one more time how you have to take the trades in futures and options. Okay, because some of you have done futures and options, and just to revive that thing, I'll just tell you how you're taking the futures and options trade. So when you're taking any call or put, जो भी आप action लेते हो, any position in futures, right? So whatever position you take is going to go in this menu called as position. So मान लो example, if you're taking a call, if you're taking let's say a 17,000 call of Nifty, ठीक है, तो अगर आपने यहाँ पर buy कर लिया, ठीक है, if you buying this call, what's happening? Okay, if you're buying this call, okay, मान लो आपने ये call buy कर लिया 292 में, which is 17,000 call. So once you bought it, it is going to go in your position. ठीक है, जब भी exit करना है, when you want to square off your trade, go into the position, go into those three dots and say exit. Once you say exit, the red window will open, which will be called as a sell window. ठीक है, तो वहां पर आपको डायरेक्टली अपने मार्केट में जाकर अगर सेल कर दिया या लिमिट में जाके सेल किया, that is fine. Now the problem would be that if you are putting a stop loss order, okay, अगर मान लो आपने stop loss order डाल दिया यहाँ पर, and this stop loss, तभी that is going to become a stop loss sell order. ठीक है, stop loss sell order होगा. तो stop loss sell order आपने मान लो डाल के रख दिया. So that stop loss sell order till the time it is executed, it is going to remain in your orders as a pending order. ठीक है, so I'll repeat again. First you bought something and then you are putting a stop loss sell order. So stop loss sell order आपका orders में जाके बैठेगा. Now sometimes the mistake what you do is while squaring off, you might go to positions and again try to square off from there. Don't do that. Why? Because you've already given an order for the stop loss. Okay, so you have to go and modify that order. You can't put a fresh order. ठीक है, जैसे आपने मान लो you went to a restaurant and said भैया इडली लेके आओ, right? So and after 2 minutes you change your mind. Okay, you call another waiter and tell him that get me a vada sambar. ठीक है, तो क्या हो गया कि दो ऑर्डर्स चले गए. एक इडली का has gone to one waiter and vada sambar has gone for another waiter. Now what you are supposed to do, actually call the same waiter, tell him that cancel the idli order and get vada pav. Okay, तो क्या होगा कि पहले का ऑर्डर आपका मॉडिफाई होगा and instead of idli you're going to get vada pav. If you don't do that, what is going to happen? You'll get idli also as well as you'll get vada pav also, right? So दोनों आ जाएंगे. So be careful. These are mistakes sometimes happen, and if you don't know, then this would be a good information for you. How many of you did not know about this? कि ऐसा करना पड़ता है. If you didn't know, just type DNK, did not know. अगर ये नहीं पता था कि ऑर्डर जाके मॉडिफाई करना पड़ता है, especially if you put a stop loss order. Yeah, if you didn't know about it, just type DNK. Okay, yeah, see you. Yeah, thanks. So you have to modify the order. Remember, don't put a fresh order, right? So this is how you have to do, because if you put a stop loss order, that order will remain in the stop loss order. हो सकता है position में जाके उसको square off भी करोगे, position आपका zero भी दिखेगा, but when the price comes to that level again, maybe you are not there in front of the screen, लेकिन आपका order तो गया हुआ है वहां पर. So that sell order will get triggered and you will create a fresh short position. तो वहां पर अगर आप बाद में अगर आपका stop loss order hit हो गया, then later on if you go and see in the position, what will happen is that you might think, oh, I had squared off my position, then what is this position? That was because the stop loss order which you had put was not cancelled, it was not modified, that order still remained in the exchange, and when that price came while coming down, it triggered your stop loss order and the trade got executed. Now you got a short position. आपने पहले buy किया, sell भी किया, so that was over of that contract. But because you did not cancel that or modify that order which was there, which you had put for stop loss, that order gets triggered and a fresh sell position can create. Okay, so this you might experience this. Some of you who might start later on. तो ये याद रखना, अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हो अभी तो बाद में याद रखना कि ऐसे कुछ होता है. If you're getting confused, you've got any questions, you can always ask me later on. Okay, so with this, I will close today's session. अगर आपका फिर भी कुछ questions है तो you can ask me those questions later on in the group, and if anything else is there, you can obviously ask me again. Announcement: Tuesday we are having the level 2 program, and Sunday we are also having this Elite Waves program. Okay, तो वो भी आप you can let me know. Many of you already told me. And on Tuesday would be the level 2 which is starting. So if you want to attend, let me know, and I will add you in the list. Okay, I hope you like this session. And also those of you who are on YouTube, if you're watching this, thank you for watching. And if you like this, you can put a thumbs up, you can like this, share it, and also if you're not subscribed to this channel, do subscribe to it. Okay, so once again, thank you very much. This is Paresh Desai from Sankalp Venture. Have a great day. Bye.